Hello everyone, this is Michael Wojak. I wanted to talk to you a little bit about some plans coming up next week. Many of you may have heard that we may be getting a visit from the Westboro Baptist Church. I hope that this does not come to fruition, but they may be coming to Rochester. And I know there are a lot of you that want to know that what we as a community can do, and I want to talk to you about some positive ways of handling this and some negative ways of handling this. This group, it's a shock organization. It's classified as a hate group by the Southern Poverty Law Center. And they're coming for a few reasons. They want to get publicity, they want to get money, they want to create friction. The best way that we can stand up to them is show them that we're a community that's better than them. We're not going to engage with them. We're not going to let them harm our citizens. But the key thing is we're not going to fight them in the mud. There's no way to fight them in the mud without getting dirty yourself. And I think that 10 years ago, I might have had a very different message for you, but really we need to make sure that we handle this wisely as a community and do it the right way. As such, I've been talking with some city leadership, John Eckhoff from the RDA, some of our senior police staff on exactly what the best way of doing this is. I know from the Facebook organization, and thank you to the people who were the leaders in setting that up, I was not one of them. But I know there are a lot of people interested in doing something. So you may have seen that I'm asking us to hold a peaceful demonstration on the Peace Plaza at the same time the Westboro Baptist Church is in town. That's going to be next Thursday from 7 to 9 a.m. John Eckhoff is going to allow us to use the Peace Plaza that morning, which is going to be being set up for Thursdays on 1st and 3rd. It's important to notice that that's not where the WBC is going to be. In fact, they're planning on being some other places, but it's important to realize that they're not going to be allowed on the grounds of the government center because we don't allow organized demonstrations on the government center site. And because of that, they're going to have to protest on a sidewalk somewhere. And just given the physical size of our group, we couldn't fit if we wanted to. But more important than that, they make their money, they get their fame by the confrontations of people, trying to yell over each other, and we just want to, make them look like the pathetic bunch of loners that they are. So we're just going to let them be there by themselves. I assure you there will be FBI, police, and sheriff's presence on them, even if you can't even see them. They're no threat to anybody who's going to be doing business at the government center. Nobody's going to have to walk by them, whether they're coming through the Skyway or just pulling up and parking on the government center grounds and going inside. They're just not allowed to be in those places. I'm asking all local media to not give any mention to the Westboro Baptist Church. That's exactly what they're looking for, and we want to take away that opportunity from them. We want to make sure that they're not successful in their endeavor in Rochester. They want to pick a fight. They want to drag you into a fight. Make sure you don't do that. The best way to do that is don't even go near them. It's going to be a small bunch of individuals. They're going to look pathetic, and my guess is, knowing this community of Rochester, our peaceful affirmation of the people of Rochester on the Peace Plaza is going to be, we're probably going to have 100 to 1 more people than they're going to have. What I want to do is any media that's interested in covering what's going on Thursday, I would ask you not to cover the Westboro Baptist Church, but instead come out to the Peace Plaza. I think we're going to maybe have a few guest speakers that are come, and basically what we're looking to do is a nonpartisan, not non-religious, just an affirmation of all the people of Rochester. We want to show the world that Rochester is a welcoming and inclusive community. I know there's a little bit of immediate gratification that would come from going in and taking on the Westboro Baptist Church head on. That's really not that's not what we want to do. We don't want to fall down to their level. They're going to have the same rules to follow that everyone else is going to have. They do not have an amplified sound permit, and there's no city council meeting. Therefore, they're not going to be able to use a blowhorn or any other kind of amplified sound. That's something that's good to know. But I know that there's been some consternation about moving this away from where they're going to be, the Peace Plaza, but we're doing this for all the right reasons. We came to this conclusion in talking with city leadership and talking with the police department. I think for our community this is just the right thing to do. So I know some of you are disappointed in that decision, but I would urge you to stay with that. And also, I know there's a lot of groups that want to do different things. I'm just encouraging everybody to come down to the Peace Plaza, and whatever way that you want to do, be positive. Don't have signs condemning anybody or even mentioning anybody. This will be a success if our event on the Peace Plaza, nobody utters the words Westboro Baptist Church. Let's just pretend that they're Voldemort and we can't say that. Do bring signs in support of fellow citizens of Rochester. Maybe bring some flags of where you're from, your nationality. Bring signs encouraging the people of the community. But please, please, please keep it positive. And just know that there's a chance, maybe the shots that you see are going to be on the national news someday, and we want to be known as a community that stood up for our fellow man and did things right. So I urge you to, talk to your friends and neighbors. Come down to the Peace Plaza on Thursday, August 1st, from 7 to 9 a.m. and just mingle with your fellow citizens, have a good time, and be there in support of all people of Rochester, regardless of their race, religion, ethnicity, sexual orientation, where they're from, what they believe. This is about standing up for all the people in our community and not letting anyone be harassed. So thank you for taking the time to watch this. Thank you for your patience with me, and just know that I'm trying to do something to reflect very well on our community. Hope to see you there on August 1st.